Well, it melts.
Well, how's it going there, everybody?
Hello. Hello.
Say hi, baby.
Hi.
The crowd out there. So yeah, this is
Sonic.
yes, it is. Yeah. So how's it going, everybody? Well, for me, as usual in these videos, like, comment, subscribe, all that, fun stuff. And I'm going to. So as you know, I'm going back to do movies in 2023. Do my reviews on them. This is kind of my going back to getting to the movies that I missed in 2022. So I can go ahead and review those for you as well. Try to help this, help the YouTube channel get some views. And those who are following me in my writing courses and stuff like that, my questions of the day, I do appreciate you giving me those follows and stuff like that on Facebook and Twitter. We have over 5,000 Twitter followers, over almost halfway to 5,000 Facebook followers. So it's looking pretty good here. So yeah, you can definitely follow me on those. Those pages will be right here on my YouTube channel. And so I just got done watching Sonic the Hedgehog 2. So this is video game adaptation. Unless you've probably been living on the rock for the past 30 or so years, Sonic the Hedgehog, really huge property, created by Sega, and just another video game movie adaptation. We've got so many of them. A lot of them aren't very good. At least a lot of the ones that I've seen weren't really a lot of my favorites. My favorite video game adaptation to this day is the first Silent Hill movie. The movie wasn't perfect, but in terms of like video game movies, it's the one where it seemed like someone really put a lot of effort in and actually really tried to make a good movie. Now the second Silent Hill is terrible, but the first Silent Hill was a really good attempt, I think. Again, not a great movie, but the attempt was really good, and I just liked the movie for what it was. So now we're here. If you remember back in 2020 when the first Sonic movie came out, there was a lot of uproar, the fan base, about the original design of Sonic. So the creators or the directors went back, they redesigned Sonic, made him look more like he did in the video games. And a lot of the fan base was really excited for this change. It was a really good change. I did admire the change because, like I said, it looks more like the video game version of Sonic. But did that make the movie good? And I'm going to say, in terms of the first movie, I actually did not like the first movie at all. I thought the story was terrible. I thought the jokes were awful. I thought it was pretty much it's what I call a bare minimum film. It does the bare minimum, and the movie just kind of ends, and it just goes on about its own way. And I think 80% of that movie was a road trip film anyway. So now we get the sequel that I was not looking forward to, because the first one just left a bad taste in my mouth. So you have a lot of the returning cast coming back here. Ben Schwartz playing Sonic. You have, I think it's the girl who plays Tails, who voices Tails in the video games. I think it's the same lady. And they brought back, I see him in the trailer, James Marsden as the sheriff in the first movie, whatever. Tika Sumpter plays his wife, and have Jim Carrey. You know, he's back in it. And one of the newcomers in here, you see Shamar Moore in the trailer. He's a newcomer in here, kind of. And then you also have Idris Alba now voicing Knuckles, which I thought his voice sounded weird to me. I don't think Idris Alba did a bad job as Knuckles. His voice just sounded weird to me coming out of Knuckles. It sounded like Idris Alba. It was just weird trying to. I guess, like I said, I never really got used to his voice. Maybe if you've seen the movie, because the movie's almost like a year old now, I think. But I think when you see the movie, or if you've seen it already, you've probably gotten used to Idris Elba's voice at some point. His voice to me sounded weird in the trailer, and it sounded weird throughout the entire movie. I never connected his voice to Knuckles, so that's just me. That's probably just a personal thing of mine. Zay, what are you doing, baby? I'm sorry, everybody. She's Zay. Stop! Don't do that. Yeah. So. Yeah, I apologize for that. So, basically, so you have Idris Elba's voice just wasn't sticking for me. I think Ben Schwartz is a good job as Sonic. I thought he was good in the first movie. So this is my thing, and this is what I'm going to. This is going to be my assessment of this film, as it was for the first movie. If you are a fan of this franchise, like if you're like a hardcore fan of this franchise, you're going to. These movies are probably like amazing to you. These are probably like 8, 9, maybe even 10 out of 10 movies to you. I'll just go out and say it right now. If you were looking forward to this, I'm not one of those people, unfortunately, and I just think as a movie, this is structured really poorly. The story's not very good. It actually has a lot of the same problems as the first one. It even goes, look, this movie to me is so lazy in so many aspects. There's even there's a scene from the first movie that they repeat in the second movie. Like, they literally repeat the same exact scene from the first movie. And I was just watching, I was like, wow, that is beyond lazy. So they do that. There's again, the jokes aren't funny. They really try with these jokes in here. Man, these jokes, like, whoever is the director of these, they because they set it up for a third movie, which I'm not looking forward to again. So I don't know. These movies just don't really do it for me. Like I said, the storytelling, they run through. They do what they do in the first movie. Like, they just run through backstory in like 5 seconds, and they're like, okay, there's the story. The main thing that they're after, that comes out of nowhere. Like, they don't even like set up for it. They're just like, oh yeah, the bad guy's after this thing, and that's it. And yeah, we have to race him to get to this thing, because for the first half of this movie doesn't even know what it's doing. So what it does is, because this is a 2-hour movie for no reason, because they pad this movie out. That's a good word to put it. They pad this movie out with kind of some unnecessary story points. Like, half of this movie, and I'm not even joking with you, half of this movie is the wedding subplot. And I thought that was the worst part of this movie. That actually made the movie terrible, in my opinion. Because whenever it gets away from the Sonic stuff, some of the Sonic stuff is pretty bad too. But when it gets to, like, when it tries to, yeah, you see the wedding, that wedding subplot, I promise you, it takes up a vast majority of the movie. And it didn't need to be in there. it was just kind of there to make the movie longer. I think.
I am the best.
Because this could have been easily an hour and a half film.
I am the best chef in the world.
Are you? Oh, okay.
Yeah, and not her. Her.
She's bad lady. Okay. She's playing. She's playing this game.
It's this game.
Yeah, it's like Bad Neighbor or something like that.
Yeah, it is a bad neighbor.
It's Bad Neighbor, or Hello Neighbor, or Bad Neighbor, or whatever. So, yeah, that's what I said, man. There are people who really love this movie. If you're a fan, I'm not going to give away the end credit scene. There's an end credit scene for the fans. I know who it is. Like I said, I just recently played Sonic Adventure 2. So, like, if you know all the characters in here, you're going to be excited for that end credit scene. But I didn't really like this movie. I thought it was decent. It's not terrible. I think it's better than the first one. Like, the first one to me is like pretty bad, and this one goes from pretty bad to decent. So, these are pretty low bar films in my opinion. And again, I just don't think the jokes are very funny, man. There's some really awful jokes in this movie. Like, the jokes in this are bad. Like, they're as bad as the first movie. What was a joke in here that made me just go like, no, don't ever write that again. There was a joke in here where, so Tails is a fox, right? And he picks up Sonic and he's flying away from Dr. Robotnik. And as he's flying off in the distance, Dr. Robotnik goes like, "Ooh, foxy move." You get it because Tails is a fox. Those are the jokes in this movie. If you looked at that and was like, "Ooh, that was bad,"
don't believe him.
Strap
He's
in.
Not a fox.
He's not a fox. Oh, okay. Yeah, she is a Sonic fan, y'all. You love Sonic, baby. Yeah, she loves.
I want to call Sonic right now.
But this movie flies through the story pretty quickly. Again, like I said, the thing that they're after pops out of nowhere. The jokes are awful. Not a very good story. Strangely, again, Jim Carrey is the best thing about this movie, which says a lot. Hey, okay, hold on, baby, I'm doing this. So, yeah, I'm gonna say again, this is, I would only recommend this to like the hardest of hardcore Sonic fans, because they do give those fans what they want in this. But from a actual filmmaking, storytelling aspect, if you're looking for good filmmaking and everything, you're not going to find it in this movie. This movie has a slew of problems. Honestly, I think it has as many problems as the first movie does, to be honest with you. It has the same problems. So, I don't know. That's my review for Sonic 2. So, I know I rambled for a while, but if you like this movie, you can tell me in the comment section how crazy I am for not liking it. Again, that I don't know what movies are. So, although this is just not a movie I'll probably return to ever again. I saw it. I'll probably sit with the little one. You know, we have to go back and we got a marathon Sonic 1 and 2 so she can catch up. So, but again, yeah, so I will be watching these again, and I'll probably be watching the third one when it comes out. So, just tell me what you think about it. Comment below, and I will be seeing you in the next review. Peace.